Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a brand new TV review for you. We're going to be talking about the newest season of Netflix's Human Resources, this spinoff of Big Mouth. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video as it helps us get noticed by new people in the terrible YouTube algorithm so we can continue growing out the channel towards 300 subscribers. Now, let's talk some human resources. Of course, as I said in the intro, this show is a spin-off of the highly successful Netflix series Big Mouth, which I'm a big fan of. If you've been a follower of the channel since the early days, since the dark, creepy, dingy days, you'll know that I talk about Big Mouth a lot. I reviewed most of the seasons. I liked the first season of Human Resources. I didn't love it as much as Big Mouth, and I still feel pretty similar about this second season, although I think I like this season a little bit more, which is a shame because I do believe this is the final season of Human Resources because Big Mouth's getting 2 more seasons and it's ending, so we might get a third season, I'm not quite sure, but this season is laid out fairly similarly to the first season. There's, the hormone monsters, of course, Maury, and his wife and their kid, and how that all plays in now that the kid's more grown up. And then you got the other characters like Rochelle and the Logic Rocks and the other love bugs like Walter, and just it all kind of wraps up. The hormone monsters are kind of, it's almost like split in half. The hormone monsters are off doing their thing, and then the other characters are off doing their thing, and all their storylines kind of connect by the end, while the hormone monsters kind of have their own storylines going on because those storylines connect more to Big Mouth than the other characters. But I actually liked both storylines. Do I still like the hormone monster stuff more? Yeah, because it connects more to Big Mouth, and I think the hormone monsters are the funniest creatures in the universe of Big Mouth and Human Resources, so there's that. But I did like the storyline with Rochelle, how she gets dumped, turns into a hate worm, and just how her character development goes. You get some new voices, Miley Cyrus playing a Logic Rock, and you get a really good Hannah Montana joke in there as well. You get Eugene Levy joining this season, who's always great in comedic roles. So you got some good new voices alongside, the stables from the first season, like Keke Palmer, Aidy Bryant, Hugh Jackman, Nick Kroll, obviously Maya Rudolph. Just a great voice cast. And yes, this show is as vulgar as ever. The one of the episodes has, the Logic Rock pretty much having like a horror movie, like a slasher movie scene with a severed penis from Hugh Jackman's character. Like, this show's vulgar, so if that's not for you, then maybe not watch this show. If you're not sold from Big Mouth in the first season, then this season's absolutely not for you either. But for me, I love these shows. I think they're hysterical, and what I really like, as a writer myself, I like that the show, what happens in episode 1 matters in episode 5. Like, show more adult animated series don't really do that, like Family Guy. Things don't really matter from episode to episode. Simpsons, American Dad, things don't really keep going. Like, Big Mouth and this show are both linear, like things matter throughout the show, and I think that's really cool. I think the jokes are just vulgar enough to be funny and not be like, ugh. And I think there's some great stuff they added to the Big Mouth universe, like FU, Fuck University, which is where the hormone monsters go to school and learn all about sex and all this stuff and learn how to be themselves and stuff. And then the storyline with the Shame Wizard this season was really cool as well. I've been a big fan of the Shame Wizard since he was introduced in season 2 of Big Mouth, I think, played by David Thewlis, who is not someone I would expect to do a role like that, but he's so good in how he connects with the hormone monster's son, and how he connects with the hormone monsters themselves, how they've always had a rivalry, and that kind of storyline. That was probably my favorite storyline of the season, and how their son's going to go to, Notre Shame or something? Yeah, Notre Shame instead of FU, because he wants to be a shame wizard and not a hormone monster. Just really good stuff on that side of the show. And the other side was good as well with the picking up from last season, where I can never remember the Logic Rock's name, but he still wants to get with Rochelle, and Hugh Jackman's characters, getting in the way and getting involved, and stuff happens with Rochelle. Like I said, she, as we saw in the first season, love bugs can turn into hate worms. She does that transformation, and where it goes from there, it's really funny stuff with a great voice cast. And I hope we do get, if we're getting 2 more seasons of Big Mouth, I hope we do get 1 more season of Human Resources before the Big Mouth universe all wraps up, because I really like this season. I like how it tied into the first season, like with Jonathan and what is his twin's brother name, like Jonathan or something like that. I thought that was really funny, just how it all ties in just really worked for me. I thought this season was very funny. I do like this season of Human Resources more than I like the first. I think this show found its footing. I think the first season didn't quite know where it was, but this show kind of set itself apart from Big Mouth while still being connected in the same way. So I do like this season more than I like the first. I'm going to give season 2 of Human Resources an 8.5 out of 10. Still not quite as good as Big Mouth in my opinion, but I do really like Human Resources, and I do hope we get one more season out of this one as well. Let me know what you guys thought of Human Resources down in the comments below. Did you watch the first season? Do you like these Big Mouth universe shows like I do? Make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.